Yo, Made In Chafford podcast, episode 113.
Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah, he's right.
So what does this number tell you?
What?
What does 113 tell you?
Shit, tell me something.
No, I'm asking you.
Nothing?
Because you believe in numbers.
Oh, no, 113 doesn't mean anything. If it just been 13 on its own, then, you know, maybe we'd have had a conversation, but 113 doesn't mean anything. If a number means something, though, that's what I'll do going forward with episodes. I'll start to say what it means to me, but 113...
so you think numbers will save you in the end of days?
I'm sure I'll give it a go if I explain my case. Anyway, Made In Chafford podcast episode 113. You know what time it is. You know, two Dems in the building. The real is back. The real is back. And we live. Boys, introduce yourself.
Don Corleone.
Woo!
Big 2L in the building. And his headphones are in disarray. But I'm good.
Thanks. He was going through it.
Yeah, Zerski, we here. Just about.
He's all good. Skankus Chibogwe.
Talk your shit.
Eman G45. G solid in my name. The 45 is silent. Always. The Black Mamba Dove. Young Cheetah. You already know.
Cool.
Who did you go and see what's this? Eternals with?
The Turtles. Eternals. Oh, myself. I went on alone.
You sad guy. What's going on?
No, I actually like going to them on my own.
Sociopath.
Maybe there is an element of that.
No,
if I
cool.
start, if I
Didn't he see that movie by himself?
What
was
No.
that movie?
I went with all you, man. No.
What's that movie called?
The mechanic.
The Mechanic.
No, hold on.
don't look at me. That he's firing shots.
No,
He called him a sociopath.
no, because he willingly went by
I think
himself.
that's more mad, actually.
He's a
to go in
psychopath.
there, nobody's there, and then be like, well, fuck it. I guess we go and watch The Mechanic.
No, because we were all of age.
We
And-
weren't.
Yes, we were.
I feel like we were like the film was 15 and we were 14. No one wanted
Nah,
to.
you
Could
were
we ask?
14, you were born in 95. That's why. So, basically, I told everybody just walk through. And then the guy at the thing was like, no, you guys can't go in because you guys look young, you guys are kids. He allowed me in and I wait and sat in for you. And I was saying, just come through. And then you man were playing games. So I was like, you know what? I might as well watch it myself.
What movie did we watch?
But the thing is, this wasn't willingly. I didn't do this to go in by myself. You man, on the other hand,
You'll be surprised how many people go cinema on their own. It's not a crazy experience. I think if I start going for dinner by myself, like I'm up in the shard on my own, then I'd be worried. Then
Cheers into yourself.
then call
Cheers,
social
mate.
security or whatever.
Cheers to them.
Cheers to them.
Nah.
It's another year. What's bracking?
I'm not hearing it.
Okay.
Like you can watch a film by yourself, but then to go into the cinema, a social event.
It's not a
alright.
social
You're
event.
one.
It's only a social event because we've spent most of our lives making it a social event.
So
So
you
a
laugh
lot,
by yourself.
you know what? That's kind of crazy.
Self-love.
But you laugh by yourself at home.
So you
What's the
sat in
difference
V-
here?
Nah, you
What's
sat
the
in V-
difference here?
No.
What's the difference? No, I'll answer my question. What's the difference between laughing by yourself at home and in the cinema?
I'm in my comfort zone.
Watching
You're in a public place.
Watching a movie at yard by yourself.
You paid what, £7 on a VIP ticket
No,
by
it was
yourself,
£6.99.
isolated.
I don't think it's that mad. Like going to the cinema
isolated,
by
just-
yourself is not that crazy. I think it's not something everyone can do. I agree, but
I watched John Wick 3 by myself. Is that so?
so why are you not cooking him?
No, you guys are also
It was
sociopaths.
calm.
cool.
It was
Yeah.
calm. So you guys
I'm
have
not on
watched.
that ledge by myself.
You guys have watched Eternals, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
It's a good Marvel movie which tries everything in its power to be terrible. Is how I describe it. I just said it's good, but there's a lot that doesn't make sense. Like it's dumb as fuck.
Right, yeah.
What about
It's
you?
super demonic. Yeah.
It's super demonic.
swear.
I don't know about that.
No, you know why, yeah?
I'm gonna let you cook.
Just to give
because
you
I didn't
context,
see that.
Just to give you context, my mother's a bishop and my father, he's a preacher. So this was like a birthday treat. I said, yeah, let's go to the cinema and watch Eternals.
Yikes!
Imagine them watching it throughout the whole entire time, seeing them demons just manifest.
I don't know, but I was like,
You see that red monster just pop up on Earth.
oh,
Come here.
The
they've
arse
done-
from the judge. Madness. They're looking at this film like this is different realms.
this is different.
It was a good film for me.
It was a good film. It was a good film. I think there was certain elements of the plot that was a bit dumb. I don't know how you man can sit there.
In what sense?
The fact that they never got involved in stuff, I don't think you can just try to explain that away as because the Celestial says we can't get involved, we aren't. You man can't tell me you watched fucking Fastos.
You watched Slavery.
You watched Slavery. Nah, Fastos is black. So what are we doing? It's Fastos on the ship and they're just like, oh God, I can't do anything because we're not allowed to intervene.
There's bare man in Marvel just watching shit,
No,
why is the Watcher just watching
the Watcher?
shit?
Oh my God,
Yo, these men are complicit.
Ultron kick his ass.
What is this?
Kang the Conqueror.
Just watching shit, bro.
Yeah, but Kang has my respect because he's a black man in charge of a very powerful organization. Get him on the cover of Vibe.
Man said it's cover of Vibe.
Vibe magazine.
Where does it sit in the what's it? The
It's not. I don't know why it's getting the
chronological
review.
order.
Why it's getting the reviews? It's mid. It's a mid Marvel film. It's better than Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's better than the Incredible Hulk. It's better than Black Widow,
Captain Marvel,
Captain Marvel, Iron Man 2 and 3.
Really?
Maybe not 3, but it's better than Iron Man 2.
Wait, what's Captain Marvel?
The
Brie
blonde
Larson.
lady.
She goes to Earth in the 90s and
She goes to Earth.
falls in love, I think.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I swear that's what happened.
Does she fall in love?
With who?
I don't
Nick
know.
Fury.
Some random cat.
Gross.
So where would you, so you would say it's like more or less midway on the
Yeah,
your
I
rankings,
think
you'd say?
the reviews have been incredibly harsh, and it gave. I think it led to a lot of misinterpretations towards the film that I don't think needed to be there.
Interesting.
It was
It was very nice. It was very
Visually,
yeah. It was
it was
amazing.
beautiful.
the
Probably the best.
director, she didn't do
Yeah.
something very significant.
Yeah,
recently.
Nomad or something. I think it was
Right.
called, and she won Best Director and I think Best Cinematographer at the Oscars last year. So she's in her bag. Like she's always gonna deliver on that. I think the film is entertaining. Like it's fun. They've got a lot of good characters. Kango, played by Camille Nanjiani, stood out to me.
How's Angelina doing? Was she out in there?
I think she played a wonderful role in terms of like showcasing PTSD
Okay.
as a warrior. I think that was like a wonderful like piece of work that she did.
They
But,
try, yeah. I think I'll agree with him. I think they tried to do something. It didn't work, or it didn't come off for me because they didn't have enough time to dive into it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what they did dive into,
It's a long film, no?
Nah, but there's 10 characters, so you can't really give everyone the attention they need. Like, there's a lot of interesting plots that start up. Like, I'd like to look into Fast. I think it would have worked better as a miniseries. That would have each episode would have followed a specific character, and then they team up in the last 2 episodes. And they come together. But in a 2-hour movie, there's just so many ideas that they weren't able to explore.
Right.
Like, the character of Sprite was really interesting. There's a real Peter Pan sort of element there. And I think, there were just so many interesting things. Like Druig, who can control people, and he wants to control mankind because he's like, these men can't really.
We're stupid, basically.
Yeah, they're just gonna fight for
Okay,
themselves.
that'll try.
So he wanted to get him. Like, there was just so many interesting plots, but they couldn't
just didn't
dive
have
deep.
enough time.
Yeah.
So what do you guys take from this as far as Phase 4? Does it give an idea?
Phase
of what's
4 is to
gonna
the
happen?
mud, a little bit. I was thinking about this the other day.
I don't know who the
Big bad is.
big bad is.
You don't know what the direction is.
There's no.
No.
That's what it is. I feel like at least you know what.
We don't know if it's a Celestial. We don't know if it's Kang. We don't know.
It's Galactus, and
Yeah.
they're presenting a lot of people who could be big bads, but they're not doing
showing
anything.
it. They're not showing the hand yet.
And I just think, I don't know, Phase 4, because of that, I mean, it got off to not a rocky start. WandaVision, say what you want about it, it wasn't. I think that was the first thing from Phase 4. I don't think it was the introduction to Phase 4 that I think people were expecting. I think they've dropped a lot of middle of the range products that are quite forgettable. Like, I don't think I'd ever watch WandaVision again. Captain American or whatever it was called. I don't think I'd watch Loki. I would re-watch Loki.
I felt like before they did the whole showcase, before they did WandaVision. So the showcase after, what was it? Not Infinity War, Endgame. I did say, I think we said on here, like, I don't know if I have the same investment level moving forward.
Maybe that's
not
part of it.
Not to say that I don't love all this shit. I still do. But I feel like they might have peaked. Now, bear in mind that Spider-Man comes out, and I think that's going to be a game changer, as everybody can tell.
Yeah.
But none of this. So they did another announcement thing the other day, and they showed a couple things. And
I think
there was one thing. Do you know the Moon Knight thing?
Yeah.
I think that looks sick.
Yeah.
Like the idea of Moon Knight, I looked into it a little bit. I think the guy, what's his name? Oscar Isaac.
Oscar, yeah.
He's playing the main dude, and it looks like it's an interesting concept, and that's the only thing that's really piqued my interest. But besides that, like, I've not even run to go and see Eternals yet, to be completely honest with you.
No, I get it. And you know what? Maybe they're also putting products in front of our face that I just don't. I never asked for an Eternals film. Like, if that had never come out, my life wouldn't have changed.
Yeah, but you never asked for a Guardians of the Galaxy film.
This is true.
They just hit a lick. Not every lick's gonna be hit.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Have you guys watched Venom? Venom 2?
I'm not. I don't have any intentions.
I watched it on that website we used, that
Okay,
bootleg website. It's one of the shittest films I've ever seen.
Really?
But it was actually quite funny at the same time.
I've heard it's like it's so bad it's good.
It's entertaining trash, to be honest with you, and it's very short actually. It's like an hour and a half.
Any end credits?
Do you want me to spoil it?
Yeah, go ahead.
You see Spider-Man, I've seen the end credits been all over the
He
internet.
literally, I think he transports to a new dimension or our dimension. Something happens. He's watching TV.
My God.
Something shakes, and then he looks at the TV, and then
he's gonna be in No Way Home then.
So yeah, it looks like something's gonna happen with the whole Spider-Man verse.
They could if that flops. My God,
It's the third film.
no.
Usually the third film.
third film curse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Spider-Man does have a history of having bad third films. I mean, hell, they didn't even let Amazing Spider-Man have a third film. But you already know how I feel about that film. That film was one of the worst cinematic.
I watched it back recently.
Is it still just as bad?
That film is it's painfully bad.
Do you know what? Like,
And there's some good things
think
about
I should have
it.
turned it off, or I should have left the cinema when the ills fixed his teeth. I should have said, "Yo," or do you know what? There's so much that's dumb in that. Like, his dad's blood is the spiders, so Peter Parker was the only person that could ever be Spider-Man. Now, that's not the law. Like, that's just not how it works.
The worst thing about that film is the last fight. So he's fighting against Electro, yeah? As he's fighting against Electro is chucking Spider-Man against these massive, like, beams of electric.
Yeah.
And as he's flying into those beams, it starts playing the Itsy Bitsy Spider song. And I didn't clock it when I first watched it in cinemas, yeah. I had no idea. But when I was watching it at home, like 2 weeks ago, I was just hearing, I said, whoever greenlit this,
Yeah,
I'm looking at you. If you greenlit
man.
this,
That's jail time.
you're going to hell.
You're going to hell.
And that's a really small criticism, but there's real
that's a
things about that movie that is awful. And Venom 2 is awful too. But I like Tom Hardy. So
Protect
it's
his
alright.
girl's neck.
Oh yikes!
Protect your neck.
Protect your neck.
No, that was bad. It was just the way he just.
That's thud.
Oh nah, it's the whiplash, isn't it?
It's the whiplash.
whiplash.
I thought we got her. I'm not even gonna lie, but nah, it was not to
Heartbreaking.
be.
Hey, they tried. What's his name? Andrew and Emma. You know what? It was a good love film.
Yeah,
It was a
story
good love,
good.
but it was like love featuring Spider-Man. That's how I felt about that film. It was just bare love.
And she's got her whole thing where she's about to go to college or some bullshit.
Like you do that, but you know.
Leave me out of this, man. I paid to watch Spider-Man, not Love Actually.
So overall, you're saying Eternals is like not upper echelon MCU.
I'll give it a
man?
6.5.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying, man?
Yeah.
It's
It
fine.
was okay. It was a cool film.
I need to
Yeah,
watch it.
I would. Yeah, I would say watch it. Like, do you know what? I don't.
But if that deviant was successful in killing Angelina Jolie, oh my gosh, he would
With a rap.
You maybe. Do you know what? I will say. I think we have to give people their flowers. Makari, the deaf character, fantastic.
Yeah.
Who else did I like? And Kango was my two favorite characters. I really want to see more of Makari. I think that has to happen. She's probably the best on-screen speedster.
Okay, but there's not a lot. Of
I mean, she doesn't. I
competition.
mean, she's got Flash from TV. She's got actual Flash.
PST Flash.
Oh my God. Does she have any other competition? And then she's got Quicksilver from
He was alright. He was alright. The Fox one, isn't it?
You didn't see that coming.
Oh, the other one as well.
Oh yeah. Actually, to be fair, the best Quicksilver probably still. I mean, best speedster probably still goes to Evan Peters' Quicksilver. But in terms of visually, like how it looks when she was on Smoke, I mean, she nearly took down their Superman, so that was really good to see.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And our boy Richard Madden is in it. I just wanted him to say at some point. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to see him on screen and not want him to say, "But I'm mixed race."
I know. It's just on his face, isn't it? It's just on his face.
Come on, Richard Madden, please.
Mixed race.
But I'm mixed race.
Are you guys? What are your thoughts on this Astroworld situation? Should we give a quick trigger warning or like condolence? Is it condolences?
It's definitely condolences.
Condolences to people who have lost their lives. Yeah. It is all across the board. We can all agree it's just a sad situation.
Yeah, 110%.
Very, very sad.
Tragedy hit at Astroworld. I think it's his third year he's doing it, or he's done quite a few now. I think 10 people lost their lives due to like
8. Well, actually, no, 9.
No, I heard it was up to 9. It might be 10.
I think I literally saw 10 today. Somebody else.
Because I know someone.
I know it was 8. Then there was one person who was pretty much brain dead.
Yeah, that was
and
it.
that person died today.
That might. I think it's 10 then, because I heard 9. I mean, we shouldn't really be going back. Either way, unfortunately,
people lost their lives.
Yeah. Up to 10 people have passed away due to the horrific events of Astroworld. 300 people have been injured.
Like lawsuits,
a lot of lawsuits flying around. So, what do you guys think? What is your idea of what's going on?
I think the blame lays.
But the powers didn't bang. That's what it is, man. The powers just didn't bang.
You think he was on Judge?
I mean, his whole music is pretty much.
I don't think he's that Judge. There's way more Judge people than him.
I wouldn't say Judge, but it's more.
He flirts with that sort of stuff, like. But I think like if it'd been Lil Uzi, I could have. But I'm not getting into all that satanic. Like they tried to float that around. I think they should focus on the fact that it's a horrible tragedy. Like it's unbelievable what happened. Like it is unbelievable. Is it unbelievable?
No, it's not, because the thing is, this is a recurring theme with Travis Scott. He has done this several different times where it's never really come close to death, but.
Well, Homeboy, someone jumped from a barrier at one of his shows, paralyzed from the waist down.
He got arrested for inciting riots twice, I believe.
Exactly. And then even with like there was one show, he played my favorite song, but I'll even get to that song. But basically, there was a line of security guards, and basically they were saying nobody can jump this barrier. Travis Scott saying, "F all the security guards." Jump the barrier. All you security guards don't do nothing. I'm saying it's cool. Jump the barrier. It's calm. The next thing, Uptown plays, and Uptown is an absolute banger. The sad thing is, it's not on Spotify, but it's on other playlists, other
platforms.
But like stuff like that, like he really makes songs for people to just go crazy and wild out. Yes, that's the whole purpose. And the thing is, he creates a great environment, but when now everybody is on that vibe and everybody's just there, not even to mosh pit, but to go extremely crazy, and then you have to include drugs, you have to include alcohol. People are not really gonna give a damn. They don't care. They're called rages for a reason. They rage. Rage is an emotion that is just above anger. It's just, I don't care. Anger, you can feel something and it just be like whatever, and then go somewhere else. I mean, if you're angry towards something, but if you're raging, that's, you don't care. You're on red.
Yeah, I hear that.
You're on red and you don't care.
Yeah,
so he calls these people the ragers.
I agree with everything you just said. So, I think all of that contributes to why it's partly his fault. Yeah, because his fan base is known for that. Went to his
this environment. I mean, I was even thinking about that. Like when I was thinking, we're definitely going to discuss this. I was thinking, so we've been to a Travis Scott show. It was doing his Birds in the Trap. And I was just thinking, like, you know, me and you, we've been good friends for nearly 10 plus years now, and we've had a lot of great moments, and that should have been one of them. I don't really look on that show positively. Like,
no, neither do I. But
it was. I mean, we had standing seats, and I would say Travis spent 40% of the show trying to either calm people down or do the same thing you've experienced with the security guards, or just telling them.
No, it wasn't me. It was just on video.
Okay, but what you've seen, or telling them to mosh. Like, I don't even know how much performing he did. And then I remember, I'll never forget. Me and you looked at each other. It's a song with Bryson Tiller, and we said, "Should we just go?"
Yeah, we left early. Even when we went to Wireless 2015, I think Travis had his own area as well. And we were thinking about going, and we're just like, you know what, nah, because people are just going brazy, like brazy. But I mean, there's his side to play, his fans, his culture, what he's created, is cultivated. Even the whole commercial side of things, that he's been selling all this merchandise and all of this, he's kind of created a persona for himself where he's not necessarily has a really close relation with his fan base. He does, in a sense, where he promotes his kind of culture, but it's not. It's almost like mindless, kind of childish, ish.
But he's massive. Like
it's got mass appeal.
Like now you understand why
it's a what's the word?
The community.
Communalism.
Consumerism.
Consumerism side of it that kind of makes my eyes water a little bit, because he's become such a big product now that he's almost lost the essence of what it is to actually be an artist to some degree.
Yeah,
because I think at this point in his career, like, I'm not going to tell anybody what to do, but I feel like at this point in his career, he's 29, 30 now, it might be time to move away from. That's what I was saying to you. It might be time to move away from the rager culture. It might be time to mature your sound a little bit.
You could still, like, because everybody else, they still make that type of music where you can just jump up and down, or whatever the case, and some people faint. But to go and just rage, you call your people the ragers. Ragers. Oh yeah, all my ragers, they're my real supporters. Like, they, like, even when it came to entry, they all jumped the gate.
Now that's different. The logistics side is the other side of things, which we haven't spoke about.
Okay.
Travis has his part to play. I will put my hands up and say I do slightly feel sorry for him, because the way the media has crucified him has been kind of peak, because the logistics is arguably more important. In fact, the logistics, I'm gonna go on a ledge and say the logistics is more important than what the actual artist.
100%. Like, I mean, no, it's definitely
100%.
LAPD, because Houston PD went into his trailer before the show, and they said, Houston PD went into his trailer and said, "Yo, it's a madness. This is already looking crazy. What do you want to do?" How are they coming to him saying, "What do you want to do?" If you want to lock off the show, lock off the show. Like, we don't have to do this.
No, it's just not that. So, like, I remember working in Hoxton Square, and pretty much, I was cool with, like, a couple of security guards, just because of how we did things. Like, I'll give them free chips and, like, whatever the case was, innit? So all the security guards were basically saying that it's me for every 100 person in this venue, meaning that if there's 3 security guards, then that means there's 300 people.
Okay. So
I don't know how it happens in the United States, but I'm gonna assume that it's very much the same. So it's probably 1 to every 250 participant in Astroworld. I don't know how many people were there. Do you know how many people were there?
50,000.
Okay, let's say there was 60,000 people there. 10,000 of them, they weren't supposed to be there. They got in anyway.
Yeah, sure.
So right now they're understaffed. And then with the police are thinking this is going to be a calm thing, because of the previous years, they may have done the logistics, they may have done their due diligence and said, this should be a calm event, it shouldn't be crazy, right? We're just coming off of a pandemic. Guess what? People want to go out and rage. Yes, you know what? The venue, the people who held the event, the police department as well, they may have... What's the word I'm looking for? What's the words?
But they definitely have a duty if they feel it's gotten to a certain level of they can't deal with this.
Negligence. That's the word I'm looking for.
But then they should shut it down, surely. Is it? I mean,
yeah, they should have. They should have shut it down. But they're ragers. They're not going to listen to the police. They're not going to listen to security guards.
Yeah, but
if I'm there and I'm on the wave,
yeah, I hear that.
Like if I was to go there and I'm just minus 5 years and I'm sober, I will go insane. If I'm waved, it's a problem. if I'm on drugs and I'm waved, nobody's touching me. No one is touching. No one's talking to me. Who? If somebody drops,
But they still.
I don't care.
Well then
I'm gonna
it's
jump.
still their job. Like at the end of the day,
Yeah, it's still their job.
calling the army, like get these kids out of
But
here.
you're
It's not-
understaffed because now it's 1 to
I'm
250.
hearing that,
It's poor, but
now
you're
you
proving
have
a
to-
point. You're proving a point.
Exactly.
You're basically saying what we're saying. It's
Yeah.
poor. It's poor planning. It's the logistics were terrible.
Horrible.
So you can't fully blame Travis.
Yeah.
He's created this atmosphere, right? He's created this vibe. But there have been people with worse vibes with more people in the concert, and it's gone swimmingly. There's a picture, right? I'm sure you've probably seen it. There's a picture of the venue when there's nobody in there, and there's 2 barriers, right? There's one barrier like a third of the way in, and there's a barrier right at the back, it's like 2/3 of the way back, and it's almost like a what's those things where they put all cattle in? It's like a kettle pit, like where you can literally put like
Yeah.
all like
Fucking
animals.
hell. Yeah.
So like, could you imagine being in a situation like that? Like, we've been to enough concerts and festivals to realize, like, when there's big open space, they don't actually pin you in. They literally let you stay within the confinements of the field.
yeah.
So the way they've even planned it was even like made to fail because people are all rushing towards the front. So essentially, you're just like making a sandwich full of people.
Exactly. So they
And
would
the
have
game's
broken.
crushed
They
it.
would have broken the barriers anyway. They would
So-
have pushed through, and then they would have said, "It's time to rage." And if your responsibility is 250 people, but now it turns from 250 to 300, you are now understaffed. You can't do it, and then now the pressure's on you. And then more importantly, there's other people around who are telling people, "Yo, stop! Someone's on the floor. We need to take him, pick him up, and then dash him to the side." I'm sorry I have to say it like that, but that's how it is. They're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
have
how
to
it
pick him
look,
up
bro.
and then surf him to the ambulance. If not, the ambulance has to come through. They're still gonna rage
I
because
can
some
never listen
people
to
do not care.
90210 again.
What'd you say?
I can never listen to 90210 again.
Yeah, I mean, Travis, I think people, I know there's a lot of an emotion involved, and I think people are kind of missing the trick on certain things. Like, for example, people are saying Travis was on stage, he should have stopped it.
I don't think that's even a thing. Like,
It's not a thing, Demi, because when you think about it, yeah,
Yes,
when you're on stage like that and you're seeing hundreds and thousands of people,
You can't make it.
it's a sea of people, and you could imagine he has done this countless times before. How many times has he had a concert, and how many times have we been to a concert and seen someone pass out and think, all right, he's gonna be fine, or they're just lifting them out? He might just be seeing that and thinking nothing of it, like, okay, these people just being lifted out here. It happens at Travis Scott
Yeah,
concerts.
that's a fact.
But unfortunately, this time round, people have actually, lost their lives. So it's a completely. There's only so much he can, in my opinion, do.
yeah, he's afforded the luxury up until this point, and that's it. Like, you
I
now
agree.
need to know that
What
if you are
created.
gonna have these sort of concerts,
he's never coming back with this sort of vibe ever.
He-
It's
he
done.
can.
It's done.
He can.
There's no way.
There is a way.
I
He's-
don't
rather
know.
than 50,000, he's gonna have to do 30,000.
He's
in
not,
the same
he's not
capacity.
no, he's not coming back with. He can't come back with this sound. Like you already seen
There's-
it.
there's
Can't come
way
back with
too
this
much-
image.
Yeah,
there's
it's
way
getting
too much
gross.
money now.
You seen the way all of them are now going to their shows and being like, "You guys all right?" Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
No,
I don't like all
there's-
that performative shit. I'm not
there's-
gonna lie to you.
There's way too much money.
I don't think. Do you know? Do you know? 9 times out of 10,
Or you
you
could
are
do
right
small
with this
venues.
sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But I just don't see in what world he can come back with that. I don't think his sound has to change. Because for all I know, this could be his My Dark Twisted Fantasy moment. If the next album bangs, then it bangs. I mean, Kanye West told a white woman, America's white woman as well, that Beyonce had a better video than you. He came back fine, So Travis can come back from this, I think. It's
for
just
sure.
going to... Is that what we said in the chat? It's going to probably take some time. He's going to have to go away for a while. But he definitely can't come back with that same energy, same sound. I can't.
That rage of shit has
It's
to go.
done. It's done. It has to be.
That's his whole catalog.
Well, he's a
He can't just
phenomenal
delete his
musician,
catalogue.
artist. He can change it. Like
You can
now is the
pivot.
time.
You can pivot for sure, and he can always say, it's an age thing. You know what I'm saying? Leave the rage of things to Playboy Carti. Leave the rage of things to Uzi Vert. But you're
a
more
big
talented
man.
than all of them as well. So you don't
That's
need
a
to.
fact.
You don't even need to do this no more.
Nah,
big
Big
man.
not
Thing, you don't need
needing
to
to
do this no more.
Because
Yeah, but that's his whole character.
he can change. Like
know
he
what
can.
I'm saying?
Do you know? I hear what you're saying, but he's got to pivot. If there's ever a
no
time
choice.
you have to pivot, it's now. Because if he comes back with that, because even I'd say the music, his biggest issue is as well. The music hasn't been banging recently. Now I know that Travis outside of album mode doesn't tend to release particularly great music. But I don't necessarily think the music has been banging since Astroworld.
I agree. But he does.
We know
He's been
this,
doing this.
but
Yeah.
The music isn't at the level now that you can get away with. Let's say if Escape Plan slapped, like I couldn't even, regardless of this, I still want to listen to it.
Yeah.
You could have saved yourself a little bit there, but there's nothing. The music ain't banging,
It's empty,
and the
it's
concert
empty.
ain't. Yeah,
It's the consumerism thing I was telling you about, bro. I feel like he's getting to a point now where I'm not saying he's too big for what
you're
he
saying
is.
franchise didn't bang.
It went to
Oh,
number
but-
1, but that's
but,
purely
yeah.
off of clout. Purely off of clout, bro. It's not a good song.
I would be a rager franchise. I'm not gonna lie.
What's
to
the other one? The Scots. Purely out of
horrible.
clout.
Horrible, man.
Purely out of clout.
you. Didn't even hear humming.
It's a rubbish song.
highest in the room.
So-
weren't it? Except for that end or outro,
Yeah.
I'm not crazy.
I'm not
about
going
it.
to call him a sellout because I think he's quite a talented dude, and I think he has a lot of. I genuinely empathize with him. I know it's wild to say right
Yeah,
now 'cause
no, I
everybody
hear
hates
that.
him, and the video putting that out, okay, you're gonna get cooked regardless of what you say, but I do think a part of what he's created, his brand, has become just too much of a community. I can't keep saying this fucking word.
We've got a
Consumerism thing, innit? It's just all about money. Like he's partnered with everybody, bro, and maybe the sound has suffered because of it.
Maybe, yeah.
Who else?
PlayStation.
Fortnite, PlayStation.
The bag must be dumb though.
The bag is different, bro.
It's massive.
Stormy's
So-
gonna be happy for the rest of her life.
Have you
Stormy's
seen a video that
kids.
he put out where he's crying?
They
What?
meme-
Not the
yeah.
black and white one.
Yeah, they memed that out.
They memed them.
Dude, it was gonna happen, man. I don't know what he thought. Do you know what? Do these celebrities not have people in their corner, bro? If any one of us, like, I don't know, say when this podcast is successful, one of us did a mad thing, and I saw you fucking on black and white, like, just want to say, I'll say, cut the cameras,
Turn it off,
and delete that shit immediately.
I saw
What-
one. It said, "Mum, I'm not feeling well," and then Travis Scott.
It's peak, man.
How I
It's
sound when I'm trying to call
But
in
you know,
sick.
you know what makes it worse is the fact of what do you call this? The action lawsuits. There's 30 lawsuits on him.
Live Nation are gonna get sued into oblivion. But Live Nation. If you get bored, look up Live Nation's history of all these events.
Wow.
I
This
don't.
has happened multiple times.
Yeah,
Then it's
the reason
negligence
is
on it's heavy negligence on their behalf, but then also Drake.
I just can't.
Drake.
He's fine though. Like it's just
He's getting sued as well.
But it's not his fault. What the fuck do you want? I came out. I did my.
Sicko mode.
They won't be able to get that off on him.
That can't stick.
They won't be able to get that off on him. Travis, yeah, they'll get that off. And Live Nation,
Is it?
Turn on the thing.
they will definitely get the Live Nation one off. But yeah, they won't be able to get anything off on Drake.
Perfect. Thank you.
It's
My
scary,
thing
man.
Is though with the lawsuits that it just the reason why I think it won't stick is because if they do that, it will make doing concerts impossible. So that's why they'll like those sort of things just won't ever stick.
Oh, they found a way to get y'all niggas.
No.
It's sad to see it this way, but they found a way.
Listen, man, rest in
Okay,
peace
yo,
to everyone
this-
who lost their lives.
This cannot be.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Because
mean?
now, like, that's why people go, like, they do these sort of music, these sort of songs. It's like, I go there to chill, put my arm around a couple guys and just jump,
Enjoy myself.
hop on one foot, and then yell at the top of my voice. But you know when I actually stopped? Yeah, it's when we were in Hoxton. Yeah. And then,
Them man were doing up WWE.
yeah, nah, bro, you know what I started doing? Lip singing. I don't have the breath to jump up and down and then sing at the same time.
Man, I don't have the voice control.
Like you see me
Yeah.
lip singing, bro, I don't have that. I don't have that energy.
Myth.
And this was years before COVID,
Myth.
before the pandemic,
Pandemic.
Pandemic.
the panoramic.
Listen,
In the middle of a panoramic.
honestly. But yeah. man.
Yeah, no, it's 100% condolences to everyone who lost
Yeah,
their
no,
lives and
definitely.
Absolutely,
injuries.
absolutely.
Yeah, you can't even put this
Do you
sort of
hear-
tragedy.
It's
Did you hear
just,
the situation on what he's trying to do and trying to provide? So
Oh, yes,
he's attempting
yeah.
to provide.
Well, he's saying he's paying for all the funerals, isn't it?
Yeah, but you void yourself of suing Travis Scott
If you
if you pay for the funeral costs and stuff like that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a bit sickening.
But then
pay the thing,
also,
innit?
it's really interesting because if you never pay for a ticket and if you are one of the individuals who died, you are not insured.
That's interesting.
It's very interesting. If you're one of the individuals who was injured or died,
and you didn't pay for it,
you're not liable for any compensation.
It's gonna be it's gonna be interesting to watch this unfold, man.
You're not adequate for compensation.
It's just bad, man. It's
Nah,
all the way bad.
Literally, when I initially saw it, I thought it was a terror attack.
Yeah, I mean, when that many people lose their lives in a public event, then it usually is. But
Yeah,
it's just a sad thing, man.
for real.
But yeah,
But in the spiritual realm, I'm telling you, no, you can't tell them. And then the next thing you're gonna say, this is why we have interesting conversations for. No, that's not happening. I'm telling you, in these realms, demonic stuff happens.
I hear that,
bro.
but I'm not gonna have that conversation when nearly 10 people have lost their lives.
So who are they jumping for? Jesus, nah, bro.
listen,
You can jump for neither, you know. Sometimes I'll be jumping for myself, jumping for joy.
I said jump for joy.
I don't think you're jumping for joy when 100 people are just crushing you.
I'm a body
Your
snatcher.
lungs.
Shall we talk about Mr. West?
Mr. West is in the building.
Oh no! Oh no!
Formerly known as
no.
Kanye West.
Oh no!
Make some noise.
Make some noise for goddamn it.
That's really beautiful. That's really beautiful.
Oh, you said it's the worst. Oh my god! I'm so sorry. Hey, Nori's so funny. Man said, "Oh, he's the best." Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
That's a beautiful.
He was so confused.
Hey, thank God for DJ Effin, because if he went there, he would have just glossed over it, bro.
He would have.
Where do we start with this Kanye West interview?
It was beautiful, man.
It showcased the fact that he's not mentally ill.
Wait,
he's really.
hang on. You
sane.
watched that and thought he was. You thought he was not sane.
He was drinking. Like the stuff that he was saying, he's still yay. He's not.
Listen.
He's not off the rails.
The man, what he has taught me is he can articulate himself if he wants to, but that nigga is still crazy. No one can tell me any.
I don't think he's crazy. He's on a different.
He's operating on a different frequency.
Yes.
Listen,
Me and him were operating on a similar frequency. Don't tell me nothing. Some of the things I've wrote down in my book on what I want to achieve, and then some of the things he was saying, I'm not lying. We're on the same frequency.
it was a good interview. I'll give you that.
Incredible.
It is my favorite Kanye West interview.
I don't even
The only
know
thing I
how they
didn't like-
managed.
The only thing I didn't like was him talking about like universal credit. I do love the fact that he wants to like at least give an option to mothers who may not want to give up, who may not want to do an abortion, but they don't have the finances or the facility to take care of the child. So he wants to actually finance that. So rather than it being a plan B,
gonna say that surely.
then, yeah.
I mean, that one is a bit of a sticky one, but I won't get into that. But
Why?
I think a lot of his views on certain things are a bit.
There was times he was
Dated.
talking worse, but
Serious? On what topic? Tell me.
no, it's not
I'm
like
intrigued.
Where do I want to begin? There's too much, bro. It's too much.
Let's start somewhere.
There's too much. You go into the White House, sucking Trump's dick and pretending like you actually got something out of it. You got something out of it, but you were literally on your knees in the White House. We ain't gonna forget about that. We love you, but let's not forget about that. Number two, the abortion thing, that is a very taboo thing for everybody. Everybody has their own view on that. There was something else he said as well. Even you can talk about flipping him saying about creating a community, which made sense. Don't get me wrong, it made sense. Like he says, everybody in a community, not everybody has to go out and make the peas. You sometimes get the one breadwinner to make the peas and create it. Basically talking about spreading the wealth, which I understand.
Yeah.
But then you kind of pivot, and later on you're saying that I put Jay-Z, Drake, all these men in a conversation. I said I'm worth more than all of you combined. Listen, and you think he's more sane by watching all of that shit? Like he's just Kanye West, bro. It's just Kanye West, and I'll always have things I don't agree with him on, but I will tell you this: the man has spoken a lot of things into existence, and it's happened for him.
Give it 3 more years, and you will understand that video. That's the sort of frequency. Because if you watch the other videos, like with the one with Zane Lowe when he did the Yeezus one.
Yes.
Watch that back. Everything he's saying there makes sense today.
I mean, most things.
Most things. Yeah, back then he was just
I
talking
understand,
rubbish.
but that's what you're gonna get
But
from
now
a Ye
he's talking
interview.
sense.
That's what you get from Ye.
But
innit?
I understand it. Now, you're talking about him being a Republican and then sucking off
Trump's dick in front of the world.
in front of the world.
Pause. Well, I'm not gonna say pause. That happened.
What can I pause? What can I say for that?
I'm not here to make you Kanye's attorney, because whether you like it or not, that man says things that no one can even cap for, bro.
I can't even deal with it.
No, you know what? No. Okay, so
It just is
I
what
can
it is.
understand why an individual might do that, because they may have understood what the Democrats have actually done for the black people and the black community in the United States, which is nothing.
You're not looking at a Democrat right now. You're not
No,
looking at a
I'm
Republican.
not looking at that. But the fact that
I
why
understand what you're trying to say.
Kanye West may have stood with Trump compared to standing with
It was a weird
Joe
Republican to stand with, though. Of all the Republicans you could have stood with.
No, I think the red hat symbolizes something far worse than what the Republican actually stood for. Do you get what I'm saying?
But he still wore the red hat.
He still wore the red hat, which made it even worse. But from a black person's standpoint of view, it's like that red hat. It kind of symbolizes something else.
Nah,
You can be a Republican, fair enough, but that red hat is kind of taking it too far. And then what other people may stand for when they wear that red hat.
So we're in agreement the red hat was too much.
I would, from the way the media had portrayed it, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. But then I think if you look at what black people can achieve in terms of economic growth within their communities, what alignment would you stand with? Would you stand with the Democrats or would you stand with the Republicans? And I think for Kanye West, it made a lot more sense to stand with the Republicans, because right now the Democrats.
But I don't really have an issue with that. I believe in that. I don't think
Joe Biden's and them saying if you don't vote for him, you're not black enough. Kamala Harris, where is she? She's now no longer black. She's Pakistani.
When did this happen?
She was born. No offense to Pakistanis or anything like that, yeah. I'm just saying, yeah.
Shouts out to all my Pakistani people then.
Listen, love all you guys, yeah.
I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah, bro.
With straight faces. And listen,
Where is he, bro?
listen, with the
I've heard no black. I've heard nothing.
She was
So
born.
gone.
Nah, I hear it, man.
So like, I can personally understand
we
where
knew
it
though
was.
it was a lesser of two evils. There's no way I'm voting. There's no way that country could have Trump in again. Just for the sake, it was just an embarrassment. That's got to be. Hey, listen.
I see things
The
different.
revolution was televised for 4 years. They look like a joke, in my opinion. And I don't want black people to just vote Democrats for the sake of voting Republican Democrats. Like.
You want people to have at least
have free thought.
Yeah,
And that's the
absolutely.
one thing he was talking about, the black
And
vote.
I
It's
get
like
that.
all black people have to vote this alignment. It's like, no, you can vote for anybody who you want, but why is it if I vote for this guy, I'm now the enemy? It's not necessarily the case.
No,
I think
no.
that's what he was trying to express. That's one thing. Now, the abortion thing, it depends on your religious belief. It really does depend on your religious belief. And if you don't really believe in Christianity, if you don't believe in Islam, or you don't necessarily believe in a higher power and you don't believe that a child being developed in the womb is a child and it's a living being, then I can't really convince you in any way, shape or form.
No problem.
But if you are a Christian, if you believe in that sort of thing, then an abortion is something that it's kind of wild in your...
Okay, I hear that.
Do you get what I'm
So
saying?
you're pleased that
that's
you've given
why
people the
Kanye West-
opportunity to not have to go that route.
I would rather say give birth. I would rather say give birth.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, we've had
see
that.
where it goes.
We've
If you
had
want to
that
give out for
conversation. See where it goes.
if you want to give out for adoption, fair enough, innit? If you want to raise a child, fair enough. But from a Christian standpoint of view, I don't want to say any more.
No, I hear that. I think you're definitely entitled to.
If you
your
understand me,
belief.
then you
Yeah,
understand.
no,
But
no,
yeah.
yeah.
So what was the third thing? The third thing was
Let's get into the actual Kanye. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and shit on him. I'm not gonna do that. But let's talk about some of the stuff that happened in the interview, because it was very interesting, to be honest with you. I liked the. So you know what really annoyed me the most? one thing I really liked about that interview, which we never really see from Kanye anymore, or when people interview him, is they gave him like a music conversation.
Yeah.
And when they were asking him to pick between certain people, besides the people that he dissed,
Yeah.
which we'll get onto,
Yeah.
I thought it was a really sick conversation. Like when he was talking about Ice Cube versus don't remember who the other person was, but then he was talking about his relationship with certain people and how they influenced him.
Yeah.
I thought that was fucking sick. Like knowing his actual like viewpoint on the culture and what's kind of influenced him, because you know when you get him to talk about the Ye shit, you're gonna get
You're gonna get the answer as expected. And no one's spoken to him about music in a long time.
That was
actually.
the best.
That was actually why I was just so surprised by it. Like, he actually really spoke about the Drake beef like candidly, and was just, this is how it happened. This is how it went down. You know, this is how Drake does his warfare.
I love that bit where he's talking about the Tyson bite. That was the like perfect
You know what?
analogy.
Yeah.
I bet is it.
I love that because you get it. It makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
So much sense.
What else did he discuss? I guess there was the Big Sean versus what's his name?
Good.
Pusha T, and then he just
That's
said
where
Big
Demi
Sean.
and Kanye West agree.
Yeah, we're on the same
Formerly
page.
known as Kanye West, but now yay.
That's it.
But he wasn't saying it off of his music ability. He was saying it because he didn't pick him or didn't back it.
That was really weird because they
During
were
the
with each other 24 hours before that.
Yeah, I didn't understand that picture because like it was like that's him with the braids.
Listen,
and
man.
that's Kanye West behind him, and it's like
With the Britney.
with the Britney. You know what I mean? It's like
Edward
bro,
nigga hands.
Edward.
I said this guy is. I was in tears when he said that. I was inconsolable.
Nah, he's going to jail, man.
that's his name.
Do you know he's so? Kanye
What
West
is that?
so
The
funny,
barber's
man.
name?
That's
Kanye West is
That's
so
his
funny,
name.
man.
that's his genuine name.
Whether I fuck with a lot of the stuff he says or not, he is so funny. Like I can't understand how funny he is.
Yeah, but if I was the barber, I would look at him funny. I'll be like, nah, bro,
The
take that.
trim was
Hold that
finished.
for real.
Absolutely terrible trim.
He
bro.
knows what did he
just
doesn't
looked-
even really
It looked like
explain
it itched, man. You know, yeah, it just looked like
It was a very bad trim. It was a
yeah.
very-
But he knows.
You know when they ain't clean the clippers properly, and then you wake up the morning just bare itch in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked
It
like
was-
that, man.
him and
It
Kim.
wasn't looking good. The Kim situation is interesting because the way he's talking about
He's
the
not.
publicist,
They're not done.
I don't fuck with her. The publicist, I said, yeah, he's on smoke with the publicist.
I can understand.
I
that.
get it as well.
Yeah.
I get it, but I don't know. We're seeing somebody else or something like
But
that.
then again,
Is
the
he?
publicist works
Apparently.
best for.
I don't know. I saw something
Yeah.
yesterday.
She's-
I don't know what's
she's-
going on. I forgot what her name is. She's
Oh,
nice.
we took her to. She was at the game, innit?
Yeah.
that's what I saw.
Yeah, both of them.
Done the
I
academy,
said
you
both
know.
of them.
Well, yeah, he's living his life. If I'm worth 6.2 billion, let's get busy. Which is
Hey,
Batman?
man.
Richest Batman in the? Is it in the world? No, it can't be world.
I don't think he's in the
In the
world, but
States.
definitely in the States.
Definitely in the States.
Definitely in the States.
That's a crazy stat.
Listen, man, he's manifested a lot of things, and I think he is a genius. I know we don't really we don't go up against that
Nah.
level of thought over here. We know he's a genius. It's just sometimes he
But
has.
you know what? Maybe this is. It's
I don't know
actually
if that's
interesting.
MTM marketing though, like
What do you
MTM accounting, like because of the way they just.
How his worth is calculated.
Yeah. I truly believe it's that.
It's a valuation. So it's just a projection of how much you would get if you were to sell it, not necessarily how money he has, which is fine. That's how most of the billionaires get their stuff valuated, bar a few who have tangible funds coming in.
If it's like intellectual property, fair enough.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
understand that, but
I mean, even that's questionable at times. But like, for example, like people who own oil, the people who own Jeff Bezos, certain people who have literal things, you can calculate that, and to some degree as well, because that's just all product.
yeah.
But I don't know. He always loves to do these things. Like he will say things, and you never know where he ends up. And,
But I
it's
think
worked for most part.
literally just he spews out as much as he can in the amount of time he's allotted, and then some of it sticks, some of it doesn't.
But one thing that I didn't like is some of the criticisms against the people who we thought he was cool with. Like the way he was talking about Talib was a bit. To me, I was just like what? Even the Just Blaze thing, I was like,
No, the Talib quality, I can
where's this
understand
coming
it
from,
from the
bro?
point of view of the fact that you shouldn't silence me Like, don't try and silence me, and then don't try and make me look crazy just because I have a different opinion. I can understand it from that point, but then to turn around and say, I never liked music.
Yeah, that doesn't make any. It just doesn't make any sense. That just doesn't make any. It just doesn't make any sense. Like I don't. Like that's someone you've come up with and like you've been
Your
next
whole
to
life,
and you just say
I don't
that.
like your music.
We
I
have
don't
to
like the way
fight.
you
It's
rap.
like one of you man saying to me, like, I don't like the way you pod. Like what?
Have you seen the part 2?
Only 10 minutes of
on
it.
the
I haven't
part
seen all
2,
of it
he
now.
says, "Oh yeah, I was with Tyler Kweli. Now he's gonna have to give me hands
Oh,
because he
my
realizes that he just
God. He
met
just
him.
pushed the yay button and he was just
Yeah,
going crazy.
he was waved. He was definitely waved.
Listen, man.
But
and
yeah,
the Just Blaze one, I don't know about that one, man. That's cap.
But that could just be more rivalry because them two were
no,
definitely going
I
head to head.
don't think so. I don't think so. I can understand like you both take samples and then you mix it one way, he mixes it the other way. And then because you've mixed it this way, it makes it better for the guy to rap on it, Jay-Z. And then he's mixed it this way. Like, there's a song. There's bare songs that use the same samples.
Yeah, of course.
But one sounds better, one doesn't sound the best.
Yeah.
Just Blaze's
Like the
sound is a
Champagne
signature
Poetry
sound, isn't it?
and then
Yeah. Oh, the Navajo
Yeah.
by Masego. But where I think is capping is like Just Blaze. If I play your Just Blaze beat, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I play your Kanye West beat, you know what it is. The only thing that's the same is the soul samples. They don't sound
Yeah.
anything alike to me.
No.
Even on the album of Question, the Blueprint, like what's it? You Don't Know doesn't sound anything like Never Change, or I don't know if that's on the same album or the Black album. They don't sound anything alike, and they're produced by different people.
yeah.
So some of the stuff that Ye was saying, I was just like, oh man.
Obviously, it's what I said.
He
He says as much as is in his brain, and then some of it sticks, some of it doesn't. But that is just conversation in general. Now,
Yeah.
it was interesting because obviously I think that was the perfect place for him to go because they just let him speak. It was more interesting than I guess the Nick Cannon interview as well.
I mean, Nori never lets people speak, so the fact that he let Kanye in his bag.
God damn it!
I can't remember the Nick Cannon thing.
I don't think I've seen that one. To be
It's
fair.
not really a memorable interview, which is weird to say, but I don't really remember it all too well. Perfect segue to the next topic.
What is the next topic?
Man just said it without
I thought we had one more topic.
the
What, the
we
terrorist
do,
attack?
but I'm trying to figure out what it could be.
Yeah.
It's terrorist attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go into detail on it if you want.
There was a terrorist attack in the UK. For those listening, for our international listeners, shouts to you guys.
Shout out to Indonesia.
Shouts to Indonesia. Shouts to New Delhi.
Shout
Shouts
out
to
to the States.
the States. The
Harlem.
States, man. Harlem.
So there was a-
Shouts to Brooklyn, the Bronx,
You done?
the whole 5 boroughs,
You dead ass.
and upstate as well.
Hey, yo, watch your mouth, son.
Syracuse.
Have you guys seen on TikTok? Sorry, just
Rhode Island.
New York is in a real place.
Buffalo.
No, I'm not saying
Them man are who's the president? Joe Biden. This kid, like these guys are just wilding.
Is it the people who just grab the mic and
Yeah,
there's like
yeah.
10 of them and they're just going crazy? Yeah, they're funny as hell, man. It's so New York, man.
It's a different kind of energy.
Yo, we took your son. If you don't, they just kind of take him out of nowhere. I'm like, yo, what is this? Where's this energy coming from? It's the same like as the one where they had the clip against that NBA player that they.
Against I think it was Trey Young.
Like, yo, fuck,
Tell Trey Young he's never allowed back in New York.
yo, fuck Trey Young.
They are amazing.
They killed my boy Biggie.
Didn't did you vote for Joe Biden? Nah, son, he can't wear a tech fleece in the summer.
What?
They're built differently.
Exactly.
That's
gross. I ain't wearing a tech fleece in the summer.
Bro. They're built different, bro.
if it
Honestly.
was shorts. I mean, in the UK, yeah, you can.
Give it a go.
You can in the UK. Maybe in New York as well. It might be similar weather.
Nah, it's not. New York.
Nah, it's-
summer is disgusting.
Yeah, nah.
They've got humidity as well. Like it's not fun.
Man said
Them ones,
it's
you
not-
step
it's
out the
not
plane.
great. Man just can't breathe.
What
you know
film is that from?
Huh?
I feel like that's in a film.
No, that's just life, bro.
That's life, B.
Have you ever been to Africa?
Yeah,
I was
when I went to
intentionally
Nigeria first time, I said, bloody hell.
Them ones you're just sweating.
Not telling me to breathe.
Yeah, you're on the plane. Yeah,
bring me a
it's nice,
shirt.
cool, innit? You're wearing coat. They open the door, bro. You're sweating.
That's like the first time I went to Texas. I said, "Yo, this is a different kind of
you
heat.
went to Texas.
You man are trying to cook. Like,
Crazy,
get busy
You man are cooking for real.
for real.
Have you seen them do the pan thing? They just put the pan outside.
How? It's one of the hottest countries in Africa.
They should be concerned about global warming for sure. Anybody else, fair enough, innit? But definitely the United States.
they're boiling.
They need to. This is COP 60. What was it? 26, 62.
60. I don't know what it is.
I don't know,
what you're talking
innit?
about, though.
Them man be cooking eggs on
On the roadside.
because it's that hot. You can cook it on the side.
Yeah, that's a no for me, though.
Why am I living here?
That's crazy.
That's why they have outdoor swimming pools, man.
It has to be done.
That's absolutely crazy.
Alright, so we got lost there. Eman, please explain the terror attack.
Terrorist attack. So there was a terrorist attack where a bomb had exploded in Liverpool, close to a women's hospital. Actually, basically in the women's hospital, not in the, just outside the vicinity. And basically, a taxi driver had sussed the situation out. He was basically taking the terrorist around, and I think they were attempting to go to a memorial service for Remembrance Sunday, to remember all the veterans in World War I, World War II, and more importantly, you know, people who have died in recent wars and conflict outside of the UK. And so the taxi driver he sussed the situation of what's going on, because he wanted to go to the town centre, and it was like, let me just divert, swerve here and there, left and right. Then he turned around and said, the terrorist turned around and said, drop me at the women's hospital. And then what he did, from the reports that have been given out, he locked the doors and the bomb exploded.
How did he lock the doors?
Because he's driving.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the taxi driver.
The taxi driver. The taxi driver more or less gave his own life.
The taxi driver currently at the moment, he's receiving some medical care.
Oh, he's all right.
Oh, he's alright.
Yeah.
Oh, man, like,
he's lived.
Fucking hell.
I think one of the friends had basically said they've sewn back his ear, and he's had like a bit of damage to the skull and stuff like that.
How did he survive?
I don't know, man. God, innit? You know?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, he's a real hero. I didn't even know that.
Damn.
He is not something to play with.
He definitely sussed the situation. It was like, you know what, my man's moving a bit funny.
Did the bomber die?
I believe so. It went off, and
You can hold this L.
I said hold that. I said hold that. Oh,
How
flip.
could the cab driver survive? Nah, dog, it's over.
Hey, God said hold that, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
For real.
I shouldn't even laugh, you know. I shouldn't even laugh.
it's very bad. But
God knows my heart.
He's a dickhead.
Yeah, I'm God. Crazy.
Yes, but you know what? I can understand it from. I'm not a terrorist sympathizer, but I can understand why people may go to an extreme just to do certain things. And to put it into perspective, like, if someone comes into your country, destroys your country, and then comes back and then say we're the greatest country in the world, it's kind of a throw dirt in your eyes situation. And then some people will take
I'm
that.
gonna throw dirt in your eye. Sorry, I had to. Go on. I just couldn't let that one go by. I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
I was actually thinking about that because of the Bible verse where it says, yeah, Jesus took dirt and put it in the blind man's eyes. And then all I see is Peter Parker. I'm like, what is it? Tell me what I'm thinking, yo.
Dirt in your eye.
Oh, that Spider-Man was disgusting, man. Oh my God.
Film. I don't give a F what anyone has to say about that film.
You gonna cry?
Luke Harpin Jr. Yeah, sorry, as you were saying, like, you can.
Yeah, so like,
you get it.
I'm not trying to sympathize with terrorists, but I can understand why they can do it, but I definitely do not agree with why you should go to the extreme.
Yeah, no, there's no need
to
protest like the rest of us. No one needs to die.
Move on.
Nobody needs to die.
Honestly, shouts out to the cab driver. I can't believe it. I can't believe he survived.
Yeah, from what's been reported, that's what I've seen and that's what I've heard. So
never seen the L like this.
That's I actually need to start laughing.
But then again, you know what? It's
Cab
that's,
driver in 4, you know, that's insane.
that's someone's son. That's someone's son.
Yeah,
That's someone's,
yeah, it's true.
Do you get what I'm saying? And like, it's bad because sometimes the parents may not even know that their son is being brainwashed into something like that. Because the thing is, I have friends who are Muslim, and like speaking to them about like just Islam, it's never come across. Where
Yeah, no, just
yeah, man, kill these people.
it's a
not
minority,
that.
man.
It's very much a cult individuals that brainwash these guys, and then they tell them to go out.
But the thing,
and
yeah,
inflict
the
these
thing
sort
is
of
now,
acts.
like, what's even more concerning is they're operating on their own. So that's what's actually making it harder for the police. Like, we're probably under the most terror threat we've ever been under, but it's a lot of these guys working on their own, learning how to make bombs themselves, getting inducted, like going on these deep web conversations, and
Yeah, no, you can get lost. You can. Really,
that's
you can really,
exactly
really
what's happening.
You can really get lost. Like,
So
I'm not
it's
even
not-
gonna lie. Like, you can even go like, as far as conspiracy theories is concerned, there are some conspiracy theories where you have to look at them and just be like, you know what, you're just chatting rubbish. And then some of them they do make sense. And then once you put them in a perspective, and you make sense of it, like in how the world operates, and then certain things here, certain things there. Yes, you can make sense of it. But then there are some that go super left. And then that's what you have to make that's where you have to make a decision with your intuition and your intellect to say that I can't go there.
Nah.
That's where you have to do that as an individual. And some people, they go too far.
Just lean in.
They go way too deep. Pause. And then that's what happens.
Cause I'm in too deep. Well, what's the show on Amazon that we like? Not Invincible.
The boys.
The Boys. Yeah, they did a really interesting insight into how, like, obviously a terror attack or a terrorist can come about, and he just got lost in the source.
I remember that.
You know, just kept watching heavily right-wing TV shows which said, you know, they're coming to take our jobs, etc., etc. He just kept on, you know, falling into that trap.
To debunk that, right?
I'm just saying what was on.
Even though we're digressing, like, to debunk that, any country in the world, yeah, if they need somebody to come and do a job, they will do heavy immigration just to get a bunch of people in just to do the job. It doesn't matter about, oh, they're coming to take our jobs. It doesn't matter. Like, demographically, statistically, fact, how many Polish people have come into the country just to do a certain type of job, to do background jobs. The Lithuanians, Romanians, they've all come into the country to do a certain type of job that
They don't want to do.
we as a society will not want to do. So when they say they come to take our jobs, it's because the English government has allowed it, because they know that they are capable to actually fulfill that criteria. So that ideology, yeah, that's that on the window.
They said they voted Brexit. Now what? They can't get the HGV drivers in. I can't have my Walker's crisps. Like, we need to get this sorted.
Hey, yo, this
I've not had prawn cocktails in a minute. I'm ready to fight.
Serious?
Yeah, it's fucking with my mental health.
Not
I ain't
ready
gonna
sold.
lie.
Just go to Sainsbury's.
I swear
I'll
down,
send
I'm
you a
not
picture.
capping.
Do you know what the episode? The picture for this episode just might be where the Walker's crisps should be at my Sainsbury's. Just clear.
Gone.
Nothing.
Dash out. It's
And sometimes I like skips and knickknacks, which is the only things left. But I'm like, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to do this right now.
That's like, I like some of the Lady Gaga songs.
Oi, that is so funny. I thought it was just me going through it, bro.
No, I saw you tweet it. I was like, yeah, everywhere I go, I can't get anything Walker.
It's like that meme of the Spider-Man thing where it's like, everywhere I go, I think of him. you see Iron Man in the back.
Is this a serious thing?
Yeah.
Bro, go to your local shop, bro. It's
Like, they
gone.
only have some flavors or.
It's a pandemic, bro. It's peak.
But Walkers are produced in the UK. I don't understand that.
I don't know what the logistics are. Something's gone wrong there.
But probably they can't get the drivers. If you can't get the drivers, you can't. And do you know what? They might not even be produced in the UK. It might be one of them ones where the farms in Germany.
Conspiracy theory. Let me tell you, conspiracy theory. So they're doing COVID tests on all these HGV drivers, and they have to quarantine. But the thing about it is that after they've done one test and they've found positive and they have no side effects and so on and so forth, they cannot be tested for the next 3 months, technically speaking. If they've been vaxxed, fair enough, they shouldn't be tested. But it's a continual thing. Now, with Brexit as well, you have
Just
emigration through the roof. People have left the country because they're like, listen, I'm going back to mine. I'm going to build up mine. I'm going to do me. Oh, in Poland, they're paying me to have a child? Cool, let me go
they're
back.
doing what?
Yeah, because
Yo, get your bread up. I'm skedaddling.
Man's fucking for fun.
yeah,
bro.
no,
What
they're
the
doing
heck?
that. They're doing that because population pyramid. You could go look at it, people. But like they need a lot of young people back into their country, and they need their country to survive. So they just need people to
I hear that.
eat bread, innit? So
Fair
that's
enough.
why they're paying them. So then it's like, bro, I'm gonna go back, live my life in Poland, whoop-de-whoop.
Whoop-de-whoop.
You know what I mean? Goalers, Everlast tops, shout me. I'm out. F your prawn cocktail crisps.
Please don't do that.
F your strawberries and tomatoes. I'm out. And that's
enough.
what's happened.
And we're suffering as a result.
They were shutting down Nando's because they couldn't get chicken in.
Oh man, all hell. Anyway,
Real sad stories.
Yeah, man, it's the end times.
When you're there,
mate. Anyway,
we're
lads.
giving the people an episode to remember. Nearly Kobe, you know. Swish.
Nobi, fam. That's what it's gonna be when you don't get it in.
Janobi.
What's your music choices for the week, lads?
Oh, that's a good question.
Life at the party.
I listened to it all the way here. Did he change the verse?
Yeah,
he changed
big
the verse.
time.
I had to change the verse.
I was listening. I was like, this doesn't sound the same. But the new verse is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good verse.
Yeah.
It's
I
a lot
didn't
more
hear
focused.
I didn't hear the YUD bit. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, what's going on? WYD.
Went on them, man.
Nah, it wasn't. Fair enough.
He wasn't, man. The way Jay Prince hotted him up.
We didn't even discuss that, you know. Man was reading like
He hotted him up in church.
North in the corner, man. I'm sure.
God was on his side.
Hey, he looks
And he was like, yo,
yo,
better read that nicely.
shout
One
out to
take.
Jay Prince, man. Fair
One
enough.
take.
Nah, North was in the corner. I'm sure of it. Man was reading like his life depended
I
on
actually
it.
can't believe that clip.
He wore a hat. He wore a hat to cover that haircut. He said, yo, let me read this one take.
It's the fact
real.
that Jay
Yo,
Prince
I
didn't say
can't
anything.
read.
He didn't say anything, you know. He just stood there.
Let me read this nicely. Me and Jay Prince, we just had a talking service.
I'm inviting you, Drake, to a concert in release of
Do you think Jay will
Larry
take that
Hoover.
offer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
if Jay Prince is there.
Jay Prince is there, and then also Larry Hoover. I think he would definitely.
Jay Prince must really have the music game in a chokehold.
Listen, dog.
Them-
He ain't to play. I know everyone's getting the jokes off during the Pusha T thing, but I was just sitting back thinking, listen, this guy is not the one, bro.
Nah, not at all.
He's got too much power. But people respect him. It's more respect, I think, than anything. He's not going to come up to Jay and say, I'm going to kill you. He's going to be like, listen, man. Rein it in, innit?
No, he came to church on his ones.
For real, no pastor.
No pastor.
And then afterwards, he told him, pay your tithe and offering.
Mine is DBE, no competition.
No competition, there's someone to plea. I got the girl from French and she say we or whatever it is. I say.
I don't know about that, but
what it is. It's a good song, actually.
yeah,
I
it's
quite
a good
like
song.
it.
No, yeah. Hoping for good things on that new album, but I've seen the runtime and I'm not interested.
No, not again. I'm not going to listen to another hour and a half DB album.
What do they do in the studio? Like, fucking hell.
No, they make plenty of songs. They make plenty of songs, and then they
Fucking
just
hell.
select which ones they like.
They don't. There is no quality control. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
So, what to expect?
What was that last album that it looked like they were on a blueprint? That was a horrible listening experience.
I don't know if I listened to the
Say
whole
it to their
thing.
face.
I would. Got that in the lose.
My choice this week is a song by Aminé. It's a song called Dididum Dudda. Yeah, it's a very strange.
Sounds like a banger.
Charizard.
Nah, not Charles. I don't know. It was alright, the Charles song. But yeah, Dididum Dudda. It's off his new project called 2.5. I think it's like his little EP thing he's been doing for the past few years. But yeah, it's a good listen and it's a good little project to hold us down.
He's dumb talented.
Yeah, he's a talented kid. I say kid, he might even be older than me.
I think we're the same age.
Yeah, probably similar age.
You know, Conor Gallagher got the same birthday as me. No, not that you would have.
Say word.
Yeah.
What, as in
95?
to this day? Like you're both 95?
Nah.
Oh, he's a
2000.
younger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. He must
But
be
he's balling
younger.
out of control at the moment. Literally didn't know him
Good
until
player.
a few weeks ago.
Good player.
Now he's one of my favourite in the Premier League.
Eman, your choice.
Yeah, life of the party.
Oh yes, Life for the Party, of course. Okay, that's it, man.
Yo, episode 113. We've done it.
Oh,
Go on.
Ife. Shouts to you. Yeah,
Amazing.
good people.
I remember you were gonna mention. Is this the same person
No,
talking
it's
about
not
someone
Ife.
different?
It's Shay.
just don't
I
know.
remember Shay.
Got you.
That's her name. Shouts to you.
Share
Glad
by
to be
Twitter.
here on that day
That's
as well.
house to you.
Shouts to you.
Made in Chafford on all socials. Hashtag MIC Pod. Join in the conversation. Tell a friend, tell a friend.
As well. Yeah.
Shout out to Chanel as always. Love every week.
Of course.
And yeah, we out.
Bye.
Whore.